Hello and welcome to fourth uh, part D of section 5 in SAS programming course. This is a more brief one where we just continue with the few special cases that we were left from last part. So first of all, we give a tip on how you can eliminate duplicates from your data. For example, there might be a situation where you have, let's say, tens of thousands of rows in your dataset, each representing one animal. But there might be a case that if the animal changes the farm over the years, then the same animal might appear several times in the dataset. And for that reason, you might want to, for some analysis purpose, you would need to only have each animal once, so you might want to delete the duplicate rows. The tool that can be used in SAS to do this kind of elimination of duplicates is familiar to us. It's the proc sort, but there is special options that you can use for elimination of duplicates. And the option that's key is this one here. It's the no dup key, which is saying that based on what you have defined in the by statement, you always only keep the first appearance of each unique combination defined in the by statement. So in this case, we only have the animal ID here, so it would keep always the first row of each animal ID that it comes upon. But you could also have several variables in the by statement, and then it's based on those combinations of those variables. So you also have to be careful that you first sort your data in a logical order so that always the first one coming up is the one you want to keep. And also you have to be careful that you don't include this no dup key option in a proc sort where you only want to sort the data and not delete any duplicates. Another useful option is also this dup out option. You could define this also in the proc statement, and that's a way where you can save the deleted duplicate rows in a separate SAS dataset. This out option defines the data that is the one where duplicates have been removed, so the resulting data, but the dup out can then be another data where you put only the duplicate rows that were dropped. Then another special case is handling dates. Dates are sometimes a little tricky in SAS, but they are also very useful because basically in SAS, dates are integer values, and because of that, you can perform different kinds of calculations with those dates. So, for example, you can easily subtract one date from another, and then as a result, you get the number of days between those two dates. And the logic in SAS is so that the zero date is January 1st, 1960. Uh, so, for example, January 2nd in 1960, that's day number one in SAS logic. And February 16th, 2016, that's day number 20,500. So if you have the dates in this format, 20,500, it's pretty hard to see what date it actually is. And one tool you can use to make them more clear for the reader or user is to use formats to formulate the date in more logical way. So in the format statement, you define the name of the variable, which is date here, and then you can use, for example, this kind of format ddmmyy10 dot, and that makes it so that it gives you the date in the order day, month, year, using 10 characters altogether. And there's quite many different date formats available in SAS, so you can look into SAS help and find the ones that you need and are useful for yourself. Then another useful tool when you are working with dates is the date constant, which is used here. So if we want to save, for example, the beginning of 2016 as a value in a separate column, uh, the way we can do this, like this type of format, get it in this type of format that then can be used in the calculations. We can use this date format, and it's within single quotation marks. You have to give the date in this format, that you have first the day part, then you have the month using 3 English letters, and then you have the year. Then you close the quotation and add a letter D, and that makes it so that it's the date is in the format that SAS can use. And we actually apply it in the last programming statement, where we create this variable called difference to 2016 beginning by taking the value of date and subtracting this beginning 2016 from that. Yeah, but that's it for now, and this is the end of section 5.